Welcome back to K-Ratio's Week in Preview. I'm Kyle Littner and I'm here today to provide actionable insight for the future, not recap the past. In this week's episode, the elevated plateau in volumes persist, but rates return to record highs. We'll break down what that means for you this week, but first let's take a look at where the freight market currently stands. The National Outbound Tender Volume Index still rests comfortably in the mid-15,000s, continuing its streak of 7 straight weeks above 15,000. Tenders have stopped increasing for the most part, but the pressure on capacity remains. We're past the point of no return with respect to capacity, so every day spent with more volume than the collective network can handle is another day with the opportunity for upside price discovery. That pressure on capacity has kept national tender rejections above 25% since September 23rd, at a time when we should see some relief if typical seasonality were in play. Obviously, nothing about 2020 has been typical, though, and that's how we find ourselves with national spot rates right back to record highs. Remember, we don't need volume to continue moving higher for price to do the same. We only need capacity at a sustained deficit, and that's how we find ourselves right back to $2.95 a mile, as reported by Truckstop. We will not see drastic price moves higher without more volume, but each load that brokerages negotiate for whatever capacity is available is an opportunity for carriers to find out just how high someone is willing to pay. We know the lane giveback and repricing trend is currently underway since contract rates keep moving higher, but with national rejections still creeping higher each day, we know this trend is not advancing fast nor far enough. We maintain our position that cancellations and volumes can moderate while rates remain high, but until national rejections ease up, rates will not stop moving higher. A load that moves through the routing guide and into the spot market is a load that gets repriced at current supply and demand levels, and the easiest way to get a carrier to take a load is to pay them more for it. For further proof of this market function, we can revisit our favorite breakdown of spot versus contract as reported by DAT. Average contract rates have stayed at $2.27 a mile, but spot rates moved up another 4 cents to $2.44 a mile, further widening the spread between the two, now out to 17 cents per mile. The relationship between these two metrics when inverted, both from an absolute difference and time spent inverted, presents a second-order effect in an inflationary rate environment while serving as the primary driver of 3PL strategy and profitability moving forward. Often we get asked how long this inflationary cycle will last, and while we do have our opinion, we certainly don't know for sure. What I can tell you is that we will not see a downturn in rates until national spot rates slide back underneath contract, and given where we're at on the calendar, that day seems months and months away. So what does this mean for freight this week? Carriers. With the surge in imported cargoes coming into Southern California ports and railroads themselves already at capacity, much of this freight is going over the road, and that means long hauls. All of these are paying very high rates, like LA to Salt Lake City at $3.50 or LA to Vegas at $5 a mile. Yes, I said $5. But the key here is to keep the wheels moving and to do it at the highest blended rate possible. So if you can pick a destination with better options, like Dallas or Chicago, you're still getting $3.30 or $2.85 a mile respectively, and your choices for the second load are much better. Brokers, this plays into your game as well. If you can offer a carrier back-to-back loads with no deadhead, you might not drop the rates dramatically, but you will pull the price down. The real gain here is a drop in your opportunity costs, as this frees up manpower and resources, and all because you acted like a partner and not a middleman. Shippers, optimization has its role in your organization as well, but the key here for you is wait times. Carriers do not want to stick around for detention to get loaded or unloaded, and this might be the final straw that forces them to give the business back. Yes, they are called service providers, but right now your freight is not that special, and they're the ones doing you a favor by running it. To stay current with everything freight, follow us on LinkedIn. For more information on all of our products, including our award-winning freight intelligence platform, check us out at k-ratio.com. Please stay safe, and thank you all for watching.